This world issue affect the attainment and sustenance of global peace. Jimoh 2013.
The large number of the principal in the junior primary school, the large number in senior secondary school, this is not what the system is all about. So maybe another system will be fashioned out in the next few years.
Adapted from Margaret 1964, input process, output, IPO, and model of team effective management. The model majorly explains conflict management and academic staff effectiveness in colleges of education in Kwara State. From the developed model, I identified 5 major conflict management strategies that are in use in Kwara State, particularly the 3 government-owned colleges of education. That is College of Education in Ilorin, College of Education Oru, and College of Education Lafiaji. I am happy the present provost of Lafiaji is here. He assisted a lot during the research work. This strategy that this body talk about is avoiding strategy, compromising, dominating, integrating, and collaborating. When you look at all these 3 strategies, nobody can pinpoint that one strategy is the best to deal with a conflict. You can at times apply the 5 strategies. You can apply 1. You can apply 2. It depends on the nature and intensity of the conflict. The aforementioned strategy were found to have influence on academic staff effectiveness in the areas of teaching, research, and community service. Look at my model. These are the cardinal rules of federal academic staff in tertiary institutions. We have teaching, research, and community service. How do you achieve this goal? We have to make use of these 3 strategies. If conflict between the staff and management is basic, use a very good strategy, your productivity will be very high. It depends. My other contribution, the provost, I wish to further outline some other landmark contributions I have made to scholarship development as a social science and peace experts towards minimizing and combating crises, especially in the society and tertiary institutions in particular. Conflict resolution from the Islamic point of view. A paper presented at Ramadan lecture organized by the Islamic Missionary Association of Nigeria on 15 August 2010 by my humble self. Islam has solution to all problems any mortal can think of, because Almighty Allah, who created both the living and inanimate being, knows the difference we exceed between during the interpersonal relationship. Therefore, there should be a need to find a very perfect and peaceful manner of resolving conflict whenever they arise. From Islamic perspective, conflict resolution and prevention are better than waiting for escalation. So Islam allows persuasion, dialogue, negotiation, mediation, conciliation. In one of the hadith of the Holy Prophet Muhammad and the Quran, this was emphasized that when you see 2 or more people involving in a conflict, you should try to make peace among them or between them. But when you discover that one person or a group of people are trying to prove stubborn, all other people should join hands together to descend on those that are making peace to be difficult. That is what the Almighty Allah prays. So another contribution, one of my other second contribution to the issue of conflict and conflict resolution was the research I carried out in 1998 on my master's dissertation in public administration (MPA), titled "Employee Motivations and Workers' Productivity in Kwara State Transport Corporation Kwara Aspect." The study revealed that poor remuneration of workers, lack of effective supervision, and sharp and fraudulent practices are productivity. It was therefore recommended that governments should engage in privatization, proper monitoring and auditing of companies in order to ensure productivity and adequate service delivery. This was submitted to the then GM of Kwara Express. Probably if the research was taken into consideration, Kwara Express would not have died by now. The effectiveness of dialogue as a strategy in resolving crisis between management and staff union in Kwara Psychology of Education, which was the focus of my master in educational management research in 2003, was motivated by the incident crisis between the management and staff union of tertiary institutions across the country. This study was a descriptive survey because data and the variables were collected as a manifest, and they manifested. The finding of the study revealed that there was a significant difference between conflict resolution and strategies and conflict among college management and staff union. It was recommended among others that staff unions should ensure peaceful coexistence among members and the college management. They should also identify potential causes of conflicts and address them appropriately. In addition, government should provide adequate funds in order to meet the college obligation and appropriate time. Kudos to my supervisor, Professor A.Y. Abdul Karim, and Professor Professor Noah Isu. They are all seated for my MPA and my MA. In 2014, a critical assessment was carried out in my unpublished master thesis. I think that is my number 3 master thesis, in peace and conflict, where the out-of-court confessional court system settlement in managing football crisis under the Nigeria Football Federation was investigated. The evidence of the Federation was the legal crisis that rocked the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) between the year 2012 and 2014, which had devastating effect on the country's football development. One may be wondering, why should I go into football in my master's degree? Nigeria voted and continue to vote so much resources in managing football. Look at the money we pump into our participation in the last World Cup. So we need to look at the research. Then, in view of this, mediation as an effective conflict resolution mechanism in the Nigeria Football Federation crisis was looked into. In the study, the concept of mediation, its type, and benefits were critically reviewed, and recommendations for effective use of mediation and promoting peace in the role of Nigeria Football Federation were made. The study concluded that running a manual of professional local league would not progress if matters concerning football are taken to confessional court, because too much time is consumed. And in football, they don't allow football matter to be taken to any high court. Because there is a timeline for football calendar. A league, you complete 10 months. If the matter is taken to court, a case can take 3 years. So they don't allow professional court. I look at arbitration, its effect. And in football, this is the only area where let's forget about religion, ethnicity, everybody enjoying total peace. When we are watching football, you see a Christian shouting, Baba wa bawa se, Baba wa bawa se o, ohun to jawalaya, Baba wa bawa se. Then the Muslim will be saying, La ilaha illallah. Then the Christian and Muslim will be saying it together. So we forget about all other things that divide us. So I feel I should look at what can interrupt that peace in football. That is why I look at the area. All my research area based on the happenings in the society. I look at the Kwara Express. When I was going to Sobi, there was a total blockage of the road. When the express people went up at me, then that's why I took up the topic. design. I observed that between 2008 and 2018, colleges of education in Kwara State experienced series of conflict which disrupted lecturer discharge of their duty in teaching, research, and community service. This conflict posed serious challenge to the small run of this institution. As a lecturer in one of these tertiary institutions, I decided to investigate the relationship between conflict management science and effectiveness of academic staff in Kwara State College of Education. The study adopted a cross-sectional I've given you the enlightened strategy in my other contribution I made to learning in my seminar paper towards a better implementation of the Universal Basic Education UB program. That was September 2002. Determinant of effective management of private educational institutions in Nigeria, May 2006. Poverty education program, the bedrock for national development, 2006. Adult education, a complementary effort for sustainable development in Nigeria, 2006. Corruption, national politics and religion, 2007. Ethnicity and sustainability of democracy in Nigeria.